Welcome everyone for the 2023 game plan YouTube live. So I'm very happy to have each and every one of you. So those of you who do not know me, I'm Kirtan. If you are new to this particular channel and this community, so please be part of this community by clicking on that subscribe button and also give that thumbs up so that videos like this will keep coming to your notification, and also click on that bell notification icon. So I'm very happy to have you in today's 2023 game plan YouTube live, because today is the first day of this new year. And I thought, okay, it's very important. Let's actually get that particular possibilities and plans, what you can do. For many of you who are watching this could be an exciting day for you, saying that, yeah, 2023, I'm going to actually achieve all these goals. I'm going to work on these resolutions and all of that. For some of you, oh, it's going to be another year like how it actually happened last year, right? I might actually write so many goals, so many things that I want to do, and then I might end up not following through that in the next 2 or 3 weeks, right? We all have been through that journey. But one of the very important thing that what we need to understand is that mind always loves something new, right? Something fresh to start with. And we have to actually consider every single day as a new possibility, right? If we actually can go through, like for many of you, it was yesterday's celebration and this and that. But if every day can be a celebration, it is a fantastic thing, right? But today we are going to actually understand, looking into the perspective of time cycle. So we have 365 more days before we enter another year, right? Just keeping that as a game plan. So because you can always start this particular thing anytime in your life, whenever you want to have something new or a new you that you want to actually bring in. Because I always believe in this, right? It's not the new year that brings a new you, right? It's the new actions that brings a new you. So if you want to have that new you in your life, right, to live that full potential life, the next level of who you are, it's very important to take pauses in your life and say, what is that new me that I want to develop, right? What is that new me that I want to reach in my life? And that's what is going to take your life to a completely different level. And today is one such day for many of you to actually refocus on yourself, give yourself that time, energy for yourself to see what is that next level for you. And today I'm going to share a couple of things with each and every one of you. Those of you who are actually joining this particular YouTube live for the first time. Hi, I'm Kirtan, and I'm the author of the 2 books, Why Being Independent is Awesome, because this channel is also about how you can actually focus on getting yourself from dependent to independent, right? And I'm also the author of the book called as X Money Secrets, because if you see, when it comes to money, right, like we all actually, money is limited, right? X money is unlimited. What do I mean by that? The money in the pocket is limited. X money is in the market, right? So there is a lot more things that you can add value to the market, solve problems, create an impact, and generate X money. So that book is all about X Money Secrets. And so today with 2023 game plan, I'm going to share this mind map with each and every one of you here. We're going to actually understand a couple of things before we complete this particular game plan. So today we are going to talk about what is time, 3 quality questions that it is very important that we actually ask ourselves. And we are going to talk about the mind, emotion, and the body, and the goals, right? Because one of the very important thing is that we become new only if we have a new thought process that is actually happening here, a new set of emotions that are happening here, and a new body that what you actually work towards. Once you actually work on these 3 things, you can literally have a new you. And once you have a new you, achieving your next level goals becomes so much easier, right? Because if you actually see the time, right? Time as a perspective, what is time? So time is actually in the entire life, the only possession that what we have is time, right? We do not have anything. Like if you consider the time from the time you are born till you die, right? You are born with nothing, you will die with nothing, but you actually have what in this period is time, right? You might actually have businesses, or education, or relationships, or money, or properties, or anything that you might actually have in this process from the time you are born to the death. But the only thing that what you have is time, right? So that much important the time is. And in this particular process right now, so in the next 365 days, if you really want to have a better results, how well you manage your time actually determines the type of destination that what you're going to have. And for many people, managing time is a challenging thing for them. The reason is because their own mind is working against them. They cannot focus. They actually say tomorrow, or their mindset is so weak and their mind keeps bothering them with the negativity and all of that. But it is very important, or they get with self-doubt, fear, and all of that. So the emotions that actually stops them, or sometimes no emotion. People's emotions have become so dry when they are doing something in their life, they don't feel like doing it at all, right? Or sometimes body is so weak, has become like, so where you do not take care of yourself, right? So we are going to talk in detail about all of this particular things in today's 2023 game plan. And I'm going to give you some of the areas that what you can actually have goals on and how you can actually achieve that. So as I shared with you, time as an experience, as a human beings, that we experience with cycles, right? Like when earth revolves, so we call it as like day and night, right? So, and then once the moon revolves around the earth, we call that as a month, right? When the entire earth revolves around the sun, we call that as a year, right? So it is cyclical experience. As a time, the experience is cyclical in nature for us. But with respect to time, we only can spend it, all right? So we cannot save it. We cannot like block that time or anything like that, right? Like we need to spend it. But how well you spend that and where you spend that, with whom you spend that, is the only choice that what you have. And that is where it is very important that you ask these 3 quality questions. What are those 3 quality questions that are essential that you actually make use of 2023, the most use of it? So because many people think, oh, I want to actually have a to-do list. What are the things that I need to do in 2023 to have a better game plan? No. The very important question that what you need to ask is that, what do you really want? What is that you really want from your life? Ask yourself. You might be in a job now, you might be doing a business, or you might be as a student. For many of you, when you are a student, you will be thinking, I want to get a job, or I want to score well in my academics, or I want to build skills or anything. But before that, that is all doing part. What is that you really want in your life? Right? So what is that you really, really want? That is a very important question that many people forget to ask themselves, right? What is that you really want? The second important question is that why you want this, right? Why you want that, right? So not just what you want, but why you want it. And once you know what you want and why you want it, then you ask, how are you going to achieve it, right? These are the 3 questions that you have to ask this in a right chronology, right? Which means right order, right? You ask many people, so they actually say that questions which are very, very wrong questions, and wrong questions lead to wrong results. What do I mean by that? For example, wrong questions, like they'll say these questions to themselves that, so what's wrong with me? When they ask about what is that they want in their life, their mind tells them that I don't know. Or sometimes what will actually happen is that I can't do it because I do not have capabilities, I'm not good enough, right? All of that particular questions, and they actually ask the wrong question, like what's wrong with me? Why cannot I actually do it? And that is going to create lot of problems, because mind creates certain blind spots, right? Where, for example, if you might have experienced this, when your mother says that go and get a salt in the kitchen, and you might be having the food in the living area or in the dining table, and you go to the kitchen and then you say, Mom, there is no salt here. I cannot see the salt. I cannot see the salt, because your mind has not seen that. Like mind has actually told you cannot. And then when you really want it, you will not be able to get it. And that's so true even in life. The moment you actually say, I don't know, multiple times, what you're trying to do is that you're blocking your mind to see what you really want in your life. So do not say, I don't know, or I can't do it. All right. Because when you say that, your mind is going to believe that. All right. And many people do this multiple times, even though they know that what they want in their life, but they tell that multiple times, so that stops them from achieving. So second things, when things are not happening the way, many people actually, when they are in a job or when they're in a business, they feel like stuck, right? They don't know what is that next level, right? And they keep asking these questions to themselves, why all the bad things are happening to me only? So what is that I need to be doing in order to achieve my next level? So they do not ask that, what do I want? All right, what do I really want? Ask this question. This is a very important question to ask this year 2023, is that what do I really want in my life, and why I want this? Why it is so important? That's what is going to bring that emotion. That's what is going to bring that purpose. That's what is going to bring that energy in you. Because many people, what will happen? They say, I want this, I want that. Their dreams are great and all of that. But the challenge is there is no drive, there is no energy that actually empowers that. And once you know, this is what I want, this is why I want, and now mind starts thinking through how I can actually do, what are the things that I need to do in order to achieve that. And that is so essential. Some of the quality questions that what you can actually ask is that you can actually say how I can make things better, how I can actually make things happen. All right. The second important question is, how can I grow myself to that next level? The question is always not I can't do it or I don't know, but how I can grow myself to that next level. These quality questions will make things better. And that is where it is very important. Most of the time, we are asking subconscious questions, right? Like unconsciously, we are asking so many questions to the mind that is not empowering questions, right? Empowering questions gives you the empowering answers. Disempowering questions will give you disempowering answers, like why things are happening to me, why I'm not able to achieve this. So these are all disempowering questions. How can I make this better? How can I grow myself, right? These are empowering questions or quality questions. So questions are the direction force of your thinking, and your thinking determines your focus. So it's very important. If you really want to take charge of your mind, it's only possible through asking quality questions. So 3 things that I really want you to remember this entire year, whenever you don't know what is that you want to do, ask yourself, what is that I really want to do? Sit with that question for some time, right? What is that I really want in my life? All right. Why is that I want that? And how am I going to achieve this? Right. Hope you got this particular 3 quality questions. Then we are actually going to understand about mind, because when it comes to the mind, as I shared with you right now about asking quality questions, so you have to get this very clearly. See, your mind, if it is focused on what you want, if it is not focused on what you want, it immediately focuses on what you fear. For example, think about this, guys. There are so many people who have very tough challenges in their life. For example, let me give an example of Nelson Mandela, right? So for him, he actually went through in the jail for about 27 years. And when he was actually going through that, he could have actually thought of quitting or getting into depression or any of that particular things. But so as a person, so he actually focused on the mindset. Like when he was actually asked by an interviewer, when he comes out and he was so generous, he like anybody who actually gets into that 27 years of jail could have thought like this is done and you will be having a vengeance, revenge, and so many other emotions that could come out. But for him, it was very clear. I was preparing myself and I really want to serve the nation right now in a bigger way. So what you want, if your focus is on what you want, the achievement is going to be fantastic. No matter in any uncontrollable situations, most of the time when things go out of control, what we actually think of, what we fear. And you need to understand, if mind focuses on what we fear, we are going to make it real. Because what you focus on is what you're going to feel, and what you're going to feel is what you're going to work towards, and as if like it's going to happen. Even if it is not happened, it will happen. So your focus should never be on what you fear. The focus should be on what you want. So does that mean that your fears will not come true sometimes? It might happen, but the chances of you focusing on what you want and working towards that is going to give you the better results. The experience is going to be the better, right, for the mind. And that is so important that you keep your mind the entire 2023 is that not on what you fear, what are your limiting challenges or obstacles or fears. So yes, we definitely want to remove those resistances, but it is very important that you keep your mind on what you want. The second important thing with respect to emotion is that you need to always ask yourself, whatever that what you are doing, how you are feeling when you are taking actions. Do you feel excited? Do you feel energetic? Do you feel like going and doing things? Many of the times what will happen is that people tend to take actions and still feel miserable, right? And they say, I'm doing it, but it's still not working. So you're doing it as an action, but it is not coming with an emotion, the right emotions. Like, for example, I can say, I love you, right? This is an action and I'm not getting the result, right? The reason is because that I love you can be said like, I love you. Or you can actually say, I really love you, right? It can come with a feeling, right? Then the results are going to be different because as a human being, we are here to live our full potential. We have an awesome body, right? God has gifted us with an awesome body, right? Amazing mind, right? A kind heart, right? And we have the energy. And if we can leave this to the fullest potential, that is the basic foundation. If our body lives it to its fullest potential, we call that as health, right? If we can actually have that as a health, if our mind lives it to the fullest potential, we can have the focus, we can be joyful, we can be peaceful and all of that. If our emotion lives it to its fullest, the best, we can be very, very loving, compassionate, right? Kind, gentle, right? Caring, so many things with the heart, which you can actually do, right? Connecting with the people and all of that. Like you cannot connect with the people with the mind, right? Mind is a wonderful tool, right? Which is having its intellect, its own intelligence, right? Memory, imagination, and all of that. It's great. But you cannot connect with the people just with the mind. You have to bring this emotion in action, right? So that is very, very important. And with respect to the body, right, what is that this year, that how you want your body to be functioning? I usually say when it comes to the body, you should be focusing on the strength aspect of it first. The internal strength, the internal quality, like how do you actually want to have that strength? The second thing is that I would say, how do you want to feel in the body, right? Because where are we here? Are we in the house? Are we in the car? Are we actually on the planet Earth? No, we are inside this body. The soul is inside this body, right? The being is inside this body. So being has to feel the ease, right? So that is very, very important. You focus on your strength, you focus on the ease, like as if like body doesn't becomes an impediment in your journey. And then you focus on your looks. It's absolutely okay to actually focus on all these particular areas in terms of body. But so once you actually keep these three things in the right alignment, then you can think of what are the other things that what I want to achieve in my life. There are 7 areas that what I always suggest people to focus on. That is very, very important because everybody has a different way of looking at life. But this is how I have actually framed myself. When I'm actually having my goals, I make sure that I have my goals in these 7 areas. What are those 7 areas? The first one is about like if you want to change all the 7 areas, the first area is so important, so critical. If that doesn't become a new you, that is personal mastery. So the entire focus of personal mastery is bringing a new you, right? You focus on making yourself the next level you. If the next level you, because the next level of your life in all the other 6 areas comes from next level you. So how do you actually focus on next level you? The next level you comes with you focusing on living your full potential. Am I living my full potential? What is that I can actually do? So that is where you actually make yourself the person of value in terms of your attitudes, your thinking, your behavior, your habits, right? Your rituals, multiple different things. That's exactly how you focus on making yourself the new skills that what you want to build and all of that. That is new you. The second thing is where you focus on your career and business. So if you're a business owner or if you're into job or if you're studying right now, yes. So what are the things that what you want to achieve this year in the area of career and business, right? The third goal that what you're going to keep it on is the wealth and lifestyle, okay? Because career and business is the vehicle, right? For some of you, you want to actually start a new vehicle or a new job. Right? For some of you, you want to actually upgrade your vehicle to a next level, right? This is new you and this is a vehicle, right? Do you want to have a new vehicle or do you want to add new vehicles? that actually going to help you reach to certain destination. Right? And that is the possibility of career and business. Wealth and lifestyle is an experience on its own, right? Like, for example, right now, financial independence comes with the wealth, right? And for me, there are multiple different areas that I keep myself as a wealth. For example, for me, wealth is not always the money. Many people think wealth means money, right? See, one thing you need to actually understand, right? As a wealth aspect, if you actually consider, so anything that what you create that can stay even after you are dead, that is also a wealth. That is a first quality form of wealth. Think about, you create products and services, you create content, you create coding and write a software. All of this can stay even after you are dead. Whatever that you creation happens, that even after you are dead, or you authoring a book, or you making a video, or any of that is a wealth, right? That is the first type of a wealth. The second type of a wealth could be people, right? The kind of impact that what you do with the career, the team, the customers, right? The vendors, the suppliers, everybody is people, right? So people is a form of a wealth, right? The third thing is that the assets that what you build, the business that actually generates income, that could be a wealth, right? The career that what you are into, that is generating income, that is a wealth, right? And the fourth way is income generating more income, right? So that is also a form of a wealth. And again, when it comes to the lifestyle, there are multiple different areas that you can actually have goals on. The material lifestyle goals. What do I mean by material lifestyles goal? What is that what you want to have, right? For some of you, it could be watches, the dress, all the material goals could be digital gadgets or various different aspects, cars, jewelry, and all of that. That is a material goal. That is one form of lifestyle goals. The second lifestyle goal that what you can actually have is on travel. For some of you, it is travel so important for you, right? Like you want to visit certain places, visit different countries, right? So that could be the lifestyle goal for you. Or for some of you, the lifestyle goal is actually on you having a quality time with the loved ones. That could be a lifestyle for you. Or for some of you, the lifestyle is you actually getting certain experiences, maybe like doing scuba diving or parasailing, or you learning a new skill that is completely different, right? All of that particular things actually comes under lifestyle. Or you might want to learn dance, right? All of that parts of lifestyle, right? Or it could be an experience, right? So as I shared with you, in the wealth there are 4 levels, and in lifestyle there are 4 levels, right? And then the next is love and relationship. The love with yourself, the love with your next closed circle. It's very important how you value yourself, right? How you love yourself, right? So that is very important. In love and relationship, I always say this, that the love that what you are actually going to get from the outside world depends on the love that what you give it to yourself, right? Like, because the self-love creates self-worth, right? So the more you are actually comfortable you being you, it's going to create self-worth. It's going to create self-esteem, right? And once that happens, and once you start doing what you love doing with who you are, what's going to happen is that you're going to create a perception. And perception is a lens through which people see you, right? So these are the only 2 things that what you have to look into. One is that you need to focus on loving yourself, being who you are, you being comfortable with who you are, you enjoying that process. All right. Once you actually do self-love, self-respect, self-discipline, and all of that, and increase the self-esteem and self-worth, and then you know your boundaries clearly, then what you start creating, when this expression becomes bigger, you create perception, how people see at you. That is how you build a lot of relationships. All right. So that is very important, because love is something that it is actually an expression of who you are. You can be loving somebody even if they don't love you. But relationship is something that happens because of the moods and needs of the people. Relationship happens because of the benefits what they are going to get, right? Relationship happens because of the perception, the how they see you, right? If they see you as a great person, the relationship is going to be different than if they see you as whatever the type of a person, right? But one thing you need to understand, the types of relationships that what you have in the external world should not affect who you are. That is so important. That is what is called as boundary, right? You know who you are, because sometimes what will happen, we are connected, we are in relationship with our parents or intimate loved ones, relatives, or whatever it is. But let me tell you, anybody can actually hurt you if you do not have a boundary. Like, you need to be knowing that who you are, that self-identity, that self-love, self-worth. That is so important. Then the fifth area is health and happiness, right? What is that what you want to actually achieve this year, right? When it comes to the strength part of it, the immunity part of it, the internal health part of it, or fitness part of it. For some of you to lose weight, for some of you to gain fitness, right? For some of you to work on your looks, work on your skin, work on your hair, work on how you dress, right? All of that particular things comes in health and happiness, right? And contribution, right? Well, how is that you want to actually contribute? There are multiple ways through which you can contribute others, right? Contribute in terms of time, contribute in terms of knowledge, contribute in terms of money, contribute in terms of work, and multiple different levels, right? How would you want to do that? And the seventh one, that is actually spirituality. That is something like, you need to understand this. Whatever we do with this body is going to end one day, right? Whatever we do with this mind is going to be limited for a certain period of time, that what we are living. Whatever we are actually going to do in terms of emotion, again, it is going to be there here for as long as we are surviving and all of that. But spirituality is something that what you go deeper, right? Ask yourself about those things where you actually connect with your higher self, right? And that's exactly how you actually assess these areas and how deeply you want to get connected with yourself, with that stillness, right? With that calmness, with that place where you actually experience the source, because we are all creation, but there is a creator, right? How do you actually submerge yourself with that creator and creation part, right? All of that gets into that spirituality, right? So this is how you are actually going to set yourself that game plan on having goals in each of this area, and ask yourself that question: what do I really want? Right now, you will ask these three questions again. What do I want in personal mastery? Who is that kind of a person that I need to become, that new you? Why I want to actually become that person, and how am I going to achieve that? Same thing is true in career and business. Same thing is true in wealth and lifestyle. I've been doing this from last 8 years in this particular journey. What is that I want in love and relationship? Love with myself, relationship with people. What is that I really want with health, and why I want that to happen? And how am I going to achieve this? Again, in contributions and in spirituality, right? So that is very, very important, right? Let me just make this correction. Yeah. So spirituality. So what is that, what you want this, and how you're going to achieve that, right? So what do you want? Why do you want it? And how you're going to achieve this, right? So hope you guys are very clear right now on this particular aspect of this particular game plan. And it went a little longer, but hope you got the value. And if you loved this, again, if you have not been part of this YouTube community yet, please click on that subscribe button, and also click on the bell notification icon. Whenever we go live on this channel, you're going to get intimated on this particular things quickly. And also click on that like button, and also share it with those people who could get benefited from this particular special session. And also share your insights and plans for 2023 in the comments below. I would love to read each and every one of them, and also love to